Dear students, up to March 21st, we went to the schools and colleges, and we discussed a lot about the coronavirus, how preventive measures that you have to take while you are moving to the schools, in the home, on the roads, in the assembly areas, in the washrooms, what precautions that you have to take. That already we discussed a lot in the schools and also in the morning assembly time. So here suddenly on March 22nd, we heard a new word in our life, that is the lockdown. So here no international transport, no national transport, no interstate, no interdistrict, and no local transports, and we are all staying at home only. So here, okay, just like everyone, for 10 days, for 15 days, I too felt, what is this? Why we are arresting ourselves at our homes? So I am also having a lot of ambiguity. But later on, after 10-15 days, when the government has taken decisions that they are keeping the textbooks on online, the SCRT people, and the NCRT textbooks are also available, e-textbooks came into existence. And so many videos dumped into the YouTube channels and also on the TVs, so many digital lessons came. So then I too felt that just like that other private institutions, other private colleges and the schools, why can't we move towards our students, to our rural students, to our village background students. So then I decided myself that yes, I will take my own, I will open my own channel and I will take my lessons to my students. Why? Because you are all habituated from 6th class to 10th class to our teaching, also in the first year and second year to our teaching, and suddenly a new video or a new teacher can guide you, definitely, undoubtedly. But your own teacher, if come to your home, then definitely you will feel happy. So then I decided myself, okay, I will move to my students, to my people, to their homes. So here students, always there will be an evolution. No need to hurry, no need to worry about this virus. Just by taking some precautions, you can protect yourselves, and you can be busy with your routine works. You can be busy in your daily works. So always in the history, in the evolution, in the time scale, if you observe, always there will be a change. So whenever we are observing in the zoology or in the biology, if you observe, always we will study that the first formed life is there, that is the coservate on the earth. From where this earth came, so already we know that it is also a part and parcel of the sun in the beginning, and later on a pellet has been separated, which entered into the third orbit, and now we are calling this as the planet Earth. And on this planet Earth, which formed nearly 400 billion years ago, so here if you observe, on this Earth, the first formed life that we are observing in the sea water, so that is called as, that used to call as the coservate. So here if you observe, this is the first formed life. You cannot call it as even a cell. To call any organism as a cell, it should have a nucleus and it should have some nuclear material. But here if you observe the coservate, which has been formed first here, it contains just a nitrogenous acid. That's it. So you can't call that as even an organism. So here if you observe, first formed minute microorganism, which you are unable to call as a macro or as a pure organism, So the life did not stop there. It changed itself into so many organisms. Conservates came, the microorganisms, the bacteria, the viruses came, and next the unicellular organisms came like the protozoans, and next the multicellular organisms came like the poriferans, and next the tissue organisms came like the cnidarians, and the platyhelminthes, nematoda, annelida, arthropoda, mollusca, echinodermata, and next the chordates. In the chordates also fishes, amphibia, reptiles, aves and the mammals. So the first formed organism, the first formed life, it did not stop there itself. It is continuously changing. That means always if you observe, the life is dynamic. What is dynamic? Dynamic means which is under continuous changing, which is not constant. You will say that our hero is young, daring, dashing and the dynamic hero. So what is this dynamic? Which is not constant, which is not stagnant, which will change itself according to the situations. That is called as the dynamic. And I expect all my dear students as dynamic, and you are changing according to the situations. You have to change according to the situations. Why? Because here if you observe, always there will be a struggle for existence. Always a struggle for existence. How the struggle will comes here? Let us observe a popular economics theory, population theory by Malthus. Let us observe. So here the population is growing like this 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, but food production is increasing 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 like this. It is in the multiplication manner and it is in the addition manner. Let us convert this into a basic example. For example, in the beginning 2 people are there and 2 rice bags are there. Both shared each one and both are happy. After that 2 into 2, 4 people became, the human beings became 4 and 2 plus 2 rice bags also became 4. Okay, then also the people are happy. Why? Because each are getting one rice bag. After that 4 into 2, the people became 8, but here these became 6. So 6 rice bags has to share in between 8 people. After that 8 into 2, these became 16 people and 6 plus 2, 8 rice bags became. That means each rice bag has to be shared in between 2 people. Okay, those can share and those are also happy. But 16 into 2, 32 it became, but 8 plus 2, 10 it became. 10 rice bags has to be shared in between 32 people. Then what happens? Then there will be a struggle among the group of the organisms. Which one is winning? Those will take all the 10 rice bags and the remaining all people will become the servants or the slaves or the workers for that winning person. So it is the popular theory by the Malthus in the economics, and here if you observe, just like that there will be a struggle for existence. We are all struggling now. For what? We are all struggling for our existence. If you are unable to struggle here, you can't survive. You can't survive. So, if you want to prove yourself as the fit organism, then only you will be then only you will fit here. So, that is called as the survival of the fittest. So, you might have been remembering our father of evolution, Charles Darwin, in his Origin of Species book, he prescribed these 2 things. Always there will be a struggle for existence. To win in this struggle, what we have to get? What we have to get? Always here if you observe, some 50 members will be there in the classroom, but one person will come class first. So why only one person? Why not the other 49? Why? Because always the winning person should have some variations which are useful to his life, to survive his life. To survive, some variations he or she has to get, and with which those will become fit organisms in the nature to survive. For example, the person who is coming class first, those has to pay good attention than all others. Their presentation should be different. It will not be the Xerox copy of any question bank or any textbook. So those will apply their skills, those will apply their knowledge in interpretation of the answers. So their presentation will be different. Why? Because every person will teach the same lesson from same teacher. Every person will read the same question bank, same textbooks. But where the difference is coming? Difference is coming here with the presentation. Your present. What is your idea? So that a teacher needs that. If everyone is writing the same idea, then what happens while correcting, we will feel that these are the 100 Xerox copies or 200 Xerox copies we are correcting. But you should not do like that. You have to give your own idea. You have to analyze in your own way, and you have to present in your own way. Why? Because everyone is unique here. You have a unique brain. So that only here what is going to happen? You should represent your own idea. So when you are having the struggle, when you are winning in the struggle by getting some good variations, then you will become a fit organism. And don't think that today you are fit. Today's fit may become tomorrow's unfit. For example, if you observe in the Mesozoic era, if you observe the dinosaurs came into existence, and at the end, in the Jurassic period, they flourished well. That is, the Mesozoic era is the golden age for the reptiles. Golden era for the reptiles. In the Jurassic period, in the beginning, they flourished well. But at the ending of the Jurassic period, they vanished. Why? Because here, if you observe in the beginning, some are the fit characters. What are those fit characters? Huge tons of weight containing body. These are the huge organisms, large organisms. In the beginning, these are purely herbivorous. These will not destroy all other organisms or any. Those will not cause any harm to others. Why? Because these are herbivores. So here, later on, these are the fit characters in the beginning. But later on, at the ending of the Jurassic period, what happened? These fit characters became unfit characters. Why? Because here, if you observe, to satisfy this much of huge body, the herbivores, especially the plants, the shrubs, the trees, the leaves, the grass. So to get all these things, those used to destroy some kilometers of the forest daily, miles of the forest daily. And then to satisfy their hunger, what happened? They started killing the others. First they started destroying of the nature, and then they started killing the other species. And then they started to satisfy themselves, their hunger, they started killing themselves. Cannibalism, we will call killing of the own species, that is called as the cannibalism. So what happened? They started the killing of their own species, cannibalistic, and due to the lack of the food, some died, and due to the quarrels or the fights in between themselves, some died. And finally what happens at the ending of the Jurassic period? All those were died. So that is the story of the dinosaurs in brief. So here if you observe, yesterday you may be fit. Yesterday's fit characters may become today's unfit. Definitely today's fit characters will become tomorrow's unfit. So always we have to be in competition. Always what we will become in this competition, is this a rat race? That is different story. But always to win in this struggle, to prove yourself as the fit organism, here we have to do the struggle. Now you are capable to understand, I think, a little bit. Why? Because here if you observe, every organism, every species in the nature is struggling. For what purpose it is struggling? To protect its own species. Here it is not the struggle for your class first. It is not the struggle to win the property, to win the kingdom, to win the any other thing for the materialistic things. All these are not. So here you are struggling with the coronavirus to protect the human race. Why? Because if this is the time, this is the crucial time where we have to fight with this virus. If you are unable to win here, there will be a threatening danger. A threat is there to the total human race. So we should not do like that. So here if you observe in the 17th century, there is an industrial revolution in the England. So before the industrial revolution, they used to survive a moth that is called as the Biston betullaria. It is the white colored moth that is called as the Biston betullaria. But suddenly what happened in the 17th century, there is industrial revolution. The sugar industries, all those came into existence. So suddenly it became industrial colonies, and the industrial revolution is there in the England. And then what happened here? Suddenly the smoke in the sky, if you observe the black colored smoke, the pollution, all those dispersed into the environment. The white colored moths in the black colored, in the polluted sky here and there, those are clearly visible to the birds. And those are easily eaten by the birds. And some suddenly what happened, those turned into black colored moths, and those are used to called as the Biston carbonaria. Those turned into another species. Biston betullaria turned into Biston carbonaria due to industrial revolution. And then in the black colored sky, these are mixed in the sky, and those are unable to pick up by the birds, and those are survived. So here if you observe a small moth, which is for its own species, to protect its own species, it struggled with the environment. Then why can't we? So students, please habituate yourself for this online teaching. Why? Because the system is going to change. So the central and the state governments are taking so many measures to protect our human race, to protect our people. So be a part of the schemes, be a part of the rules and regulations which are communicated by the governments, by your teachers. And don't think that you are locked in the home. You utilize this period, you brush up your knowledge, you develop some more skills in you. So in our schools also the Atal Tinkering Lab came. So due to that some students are getting some skills, and those are developing some new games also. That also I watched. So here, you don't waste your time and you don't depress yourself. So we have to be in competition. So you utilize the e-textbooks, you open the books, you prepare your own notes. Why? Because you are unique, your brain is unique. You have to survive here, and finally we have to win here. And we have to live along with this coronavirus. So take some precautions. Always use a mask, okay, which can be made by your mother with her cotton saree or with her cotton chunni. Just make it into layers and use that as the mask. And keep a sanitizer always with you. The sanitizers can be made in your villages also with the help of the isopropyl alcohol. So that process is also giving in so many channels. So you can prepare your own sanitizer and always keep a sanitizer in your pocket. And don't sneeze or cough openly. Okay, and whenever you sneezing, must and should you remember, children, always you have to blow the nose. Why? Because any pathogen which is entering into the nasal cavity, then here the cilia which are present in your nasal cavity, all those will contract at a time. Then you will sneeze. It will try to push the pathogen which is entering into the body to outside. Then if you blow the nose, the pathogen means which causes any harm. So that may be a bacterium, that may be a virus, that may be a dust, that may be a pollen grain, whatever it may be. So any foreign particle which is entering into the nasal cavity, then you will sneeze. After the sneezing, you please blow the nose, then you can prevent most of the pathogens to enter into the which are entering into your nasal cavity. Okay, and then always drink more water. So keep the water bottle beside you while you are studying, and then daily you drink 7 to 8 use large glasses of water, and proper urination should be there. Why? Because it will remove all the toxicants from the body, and it is better to do a little bit yoga in the morning, a meditation which will concentrate your all the energy in your brain, which will connect you to the open universe, to the open space. Okay, and then by taking like this some precautions, children, take good food, take good diet, consume the citrus fruits. Why? Because those will give you the immunity. So take the citrus fruits. And the governments are also saying that your sarpanch is the hero of your village. So you always you communicate, you be in touch with your village authorities. You advise your parents also to communicate with the village authorities, and whatever the changes that are put forward by the governments, you have to see that those should be implemented in your village communities also. Okay, and any uneducated persons or anyone is unaware of all these precautions, you being educated, you please give this minimum knowledge to those people also, and always you keep yourself active. Okay, and we are struggling here in the nature, with the nature, to protect our human race. Okay, and always read yourself. We are coming to your homes. We will have a new type of interaction through these videos. We will have a new type of interaction, and any doubts are there, if you can communicate with us. Why? Because the digital technology we have to use. So while you are the younger children, you know how to use the technology. So you be in touch with all the teachers, all the lecturers, and you can clarify all your doubts. So all the best. I wish all my children will get some good variations, and those will prove themselves as the fit organisms to survive in the nature. Okay, and it is just a video. Just I want to interact with my students. That's it. And in the next video, we will go to the next part of the topic.